We're recording.
Yeah.
All right. We're on mute. Jen, you're muted.
You mean you can't read my lips? Okay, anyway, I was saying, I'm so sorry. I talk way too much. That's what, this is an example of, I told you I can't pick up the phone and call people because I talk too much. I'm an only child and I just keep talking about nothing. So, okay, I'm gonna get into how I built my business. I was talking about the school bus, I know, but I will tell you that the day that I stood on my porch and I heard the squeaky wheels of the school bus pulling down my road and stopping, and I got to watch my two children step on the school bus. And then 6 hours later, I heard the school bus again. I got to see my two children get off the school bus. Was the day that I knew I had made it with Sensi. Like that was everything to me. That it's not about it is about the money, because let's face it, the money is great because the things that you can do when you're making great money, the way you can bless people, the way you can give to people, and you can do whatever you want is really great. Don't get me wrong. But to see your kids get on and off of a school bus when that was something that you had dreamt of meant everything to me. So I told you I would share with you my 2-year plan, how the 2-year plan worked for me. So I'll just dive right into that. So for those of you who need to go to bed, go for it. So let's start. Okay, so I joined in August of 2008. It was actually the end of August of 2008. So really it was September. So in in the day, November used to be like our biggest, bestest paycheck. Now, for some crazy reason, we have like 3 months of our biggest, bestest paycheck. So September, October, and November are all amazing. Where back then, honestly, for me anyway, I think it was pretty common for people, it was November. So I'm going to tell you about my Novembers. So I told you about the 2-year plan. Sponsor 2 people and sell 2,000. And now we have that host exclusive kit, guys. Use them. I hope you are using those host exclusive kits. It is a huge gift. I have a Google form, and anybody who I do an event, anybody who I do a party or anything, anybody who circles maybe, first I have a conversation with them. I feel them out. My kids made a Google form for me because I couldn't tell you how to do it. I mean, I could probably figure it out now, but just ask, if you know any teenagers, they know how to do all of those things. I have a Google form now that says, basically, they fill it out. I say, hey, once in a while, instead of, and I write this in the form, instead of getting the free product that is owed to me, I am allowed to gift some of it or all of it to somebody who would like to become a consultant but doesn't have the $99. I can gift them my credit instead of taking free stuff for myself for a smaller kit. Is that something you would ever be interested in? And then they say yes. And then I ask them a couple of more questions. And I seriously hammer the point that it's a gift and that I'm willing to give up anything that I would have gotten. And it makes it so nice because they read it first and they don't fill it out if they know that they're not going to take it serious. So I feel like people take it more serious. So why was I telling you that? Where was I? Oh my gosh, totally just lost everything I was saying.
Your 2-year plan.
2-year plan, thank you. So 2-year plan. I sponsor 2 people no matter what. I know, but where was I going with that darn story? So, wow. Anyway, 2-year plan. So I know what I was going to say. You have to book more parties. So you guys have to be doing 5 to 8 party, event, home, whatever it is that you're doing. Fundraiser, party, event, basket party, show on the go party. Whatever it is, you need 5 to 8 of them a month, and you need to front load your calendars. I'm sure you guys all already know that. You don't want 4 things happening the last week of the month, because if 2 of them cancel, you're in trouble. But now that we have this host exclusive kit, which is what I was saying, you need a couple of extra parties because you want to be able to just give those away freely, because you know what? It's a risk, but you might be giving it to your next superstar or your first superstar director. You never, ever know. So by following that 2-year plan, by selling 2,000 PRV, and I will tell you that I always hit my 2,000, but it was hard sometimes because I was flipping a lot of parties. You guys know what flipping means. And so I had to make sure that I had enough so that I could hit that 2-year plan, because in my head, I knew that if I accomplished 2,000 PRV and 2 new recruits every single month, I could change the world. And so November of 2008, back to where I was. In November of 2008, I did 23 home parties. Think about that for a second. I had a full-time job. I had 2 children and PTA and all those crazy things. And I did 23 home parties. But I believed, and I had somebody behind me saying, you can do this, it's worth it, it's worth it. And I knew in my heart that I was with the right company and that it was worth it. So my paycheck that month was about $2,800 for November of 2008. And let me tell you how happy I was, because I told you that was when I joined. We didn't have any extra money, and I got to go Christmas shopping and pay off some bills with that money. So it was absolutely amazing. That's November of 2008. But on December 1st, like all of you, I woke up and everything was back to zero. And I was like, oh dear God, what am I doing? Because I'm going to kill myself if I keep doing this. So I kept remembering 2-year plan, Jen, 2-year plan. So fast forward 1 year, November of 2009. Through that whole year, I sold at least 2,000 PRV and sponsored at least 2 people. November of 2009, I did 10 home parties that month instead of a lot more. And I think I did 2 events and I did a couple of basket parties. And my paycheck 1 year later, and this is why I say you guys can be making a $10,000 paycheck by next year, by next November. My paycheck was over $11,000 for 1 month for November. That's by following the 2-year plan every single month. Some months were super hard, but there was nothing that was going to stop me. And like we talked about in the beginning, how bad do you want it? How hard are you willing to work? November of 2010, fast forward 1 more year, I did 4 home parties, which is pretty much my maximum at this point. And I did a couple of events and a couple of basket parties. Well, probably more than a couple of basket parties. I probably did 4 or 5 basket parties. And my paycheck was over $25,000. That's from following the 2-year plan for 2 years in a row, every single month. And I still, to this day, I still do everything in my power. Most months, 98% of the time, I do hit the 2-year plan. So again, it's all, do you have the conviction? Do you have the fuel? Maybe some of you don't want it. Maybe some of you don't care. Maybe you're not doing this because you want to make money. But if nothing else, invite everybody you can to join your team, because you could be blessing them with something that they need so desperately. It is so, like, I hope that you guys all truly believe and know that this company is just getting started. We are not, we are 15 years old. Look at all these companies like Mary Kay, and they are so old. Look at all the things that are happening. We cannot keep up with orders with a 15-year-old company that's a candle company. We're so lucky, and you have people that are put in front of you on a daily basis that need Scentsy desperately. So I don't want to keep you guys anymore. I had 2 more pages of things that I wanted to share with you, but I'm going to let you go to bed. Maybe I'll have to do another call someday or something, or they're going to be like, don't ever let that crazy lady talk again. But I really appreciate you guys listening. But yes, so my point is, if you work hard, if you want it bad enough, this is possible. Share it with everyone. Don't leave anyone out. Don't be stingy. Don't be judgmental. The times when I thought that I was I was recruiting or sponsoring the person that was going to become my next superstar director for sure, no matter what, she did nothing, right? You guys have all experienced that. And then the time that I had the girl and I was like, oh yeah, sure, come join my team. I'm not even going to get to do parties for her anymore. She became a superstar director, because you just don't know. Don't judge. It takes courage. It doesn't take confidence. You guys don't have to be confident to do this. You don't have to have any confidence to walk up to anybody and compliment them and tell them that you would love to see them sell Scentsy, or you think that they would be really, really good at it. It takes courage. And that when you start doing it regularly, it's easy. It's weird. Like now it's just second nature. And I'm so not the person that would ever, today, I would never walk up to somebody in a grocery store that I passed by that looked super fun and like just say it. Like I would have to like run into them again, or I would like stalk them and figure out, I would find a way to talk to them, but I don't have that enough courage to just do it like that unless there's something that's really drawing me to them. And it happens so much now. You guys will see more conversations that you have, you're going to start realizing that people are being literally put in front of you for a reason, because you're supposed to be sharing this opportunity. And you know what? Maybe it's not going to be Scentsy. Like the Pampered Chef lady for me, I didn't join Pampered Chef. I didn't change her life necessarily, but she changed mine. And you know what? Even if you change somebody's life to expose them to this amazing industry that we're in, you can really, it all comes back. It's all karma. It all comes back to us. So thank you for listening to my part 2.
Thank you so much, Jen. We've had lots of chat saying thank you and how much we love you and that you're Scentsy Gold. And we just totally appreciate you taking the time and everybody to jump back on. So, oh my gosh. And for those of you listening to Jen for the first time, I never get tired of her sharing her story or her information because she has influenced and impacted and totally inspired me to do more than I thought I could. I will never have a December without maxing out every single day before shipping cutoff. I always go back to Jen said we have to have 23 things in the holiday season, and I max out the 3 weeks in December like no other, and it's awesome because I'm like, if Jen could do it, I know I can do it. And watching your journey has totally been an inspiration for me. So to have you on our call and share your shining gold with us, we just totally appreciate it.
You're the best, Jen.
Thank
and
you.
Autumn.
Happy birthday to Maren.
Thank you.
I didn't know it was Maren's birthday.
Thank you. And Autumn was listening this whole time. She said, she's so awesome. And then you inspired Autumn.
Aw, well, I feel bad that I'm sorry. You guys seriously.
Hey,
Next
Autumn's
time
ready
you
to
just have to say, Jen, you have 20 minutes or whatever the time is, because you know me, I'll just keep going about it.
No, you're the best.
Well, we appreciate you making time for us in our group. Thank you so much.
Bye.
Bye,
All right, you guys have a great night. Thanks.
Good night.